Welcome back to Wario Land 3, and today we're going to be collecting quite a few chests in this one. So let's start, shall we, by going back to above the clouds? Because we've only got the one chest here, the grey one. Now we need to go for the red one. So we just need to climb further up it than we did before. And take care of that bird strategically before it has a chance to do anything, because these birds are annoying here. Also, none of the chests in this set of chests in this video are nearly as annoying as the ones in the last video, so that was nice. As you can see, this star gave me a lot of trouble, that little sparky thing that's going up and down there. Because it's really hard to time the clouds with the sparky thing just right, so you can actually land properly. At least I had a lot of trouble with it anyway, but I got past it eventually. It just took a while to figure out the right timing. Because the clouds are on a long cycle, you just fall through them if you jump on it when the clouds are just fading away. So you need to kind of time the cycle with where you spawn in the actual spark there. And here's just me exploring this little area. There's not really much to it, that cloud's just to catch you if you fall. But also it fades out to troll you if you fall. I do like the waltz version of the theme here as well. So here we have our primary puzzle, a lot of these little blue guys. With this really gross effect. There's our red chest, we just need to figure out how to get up there. Something I quite like this level is it seems as though if you time your jumps about when the music is, it seems like it really kind of gets you past those clouds at just about the right time, which is nice. But here we have a problem. We need to break that brick, but we can't from here. So let's go elsewhere and try and find another angle. Careful. And here's the other angle we need to find. With more of these little guys. Let's get one off the ledge so I can pick it up. Because now we've cleared that route to the red key, but we just need to figure out how to get up there. Because we can't break anything up there. We clearly need to break this block, but we need a little bit more height to do so. So we just need to get just the right kind of jump here, and use the right kind of power up. And here we are. So of course, it's just a matter of bouncing off this guy in just the right way, to hit that block. It takes a few tries to get the right kind of angle. There we go. So now we know how to get up there. So let's just do it again, shall we? Nice little skip almost there, but I kind of screw it up. But yeah, I quite like this level because it's quite chill after some of the more frustratingly difficult ones. We just need to get the timing right. And obviously Donut Warrior would have no chance up here, he'd just fall straight through these platforms. But here we go, let's get back up there the way we did before. But not getting split in two by these gross little things multiple times. That's such a disgusting animation though, it's like a little bit wonderful. Yeah, again, something I've kind of like learned the hard way is ground pounding wherever you can is very helpful for these kinds of jumps because it just stuns the enemies so they can't actually attack you. So here's the red key. We just need to get back up there again. But we already know how to do that, so it's not like you watch the whole thing again. Because now we need to go to the left and use the key. It's a fire extinguisher. Quite modern. I do quite like as well that in this fantasy world it is like a modern version of a fire extinguisher. But that clears some flames in the crater. So let's see what we can do in those areas, shall we, now that we've cleared those flames out. So in this area the flames are quite obvious, they're just up here. We've been in here before, but again there were flames here so we couldn't get up here to actually get into this door. So here's the green key. Now this is a slightly annoying room because it's kind of a platforming maze. We need to figure out the right combination of jumps to get to the key and then the chest in this room. Some of these places you have to kind of have a low ceiling, so you have to do crouch jumps. And some places you have to do dash jumps, some places you have to do like the holding up jumps. It just kind of depends on where you are. You just have to kind of memorize which kind of jump works best for each section. So I'm just kind of exploring the maze here just to see what's what, like where the key and chest are. It's an interesting little puzzle, but it takes a while and it can get frustrating if you fail a jump that you know you've made before. But it's probably the reason I'm keeping this section in is because of this little wall here, just to show you that this obstacle exists. So of course at this point, this is actually where the chest is. So we've gone the wrong way, so here, we just need to get the other direction to get up here for this little, quite tricky little ledge here. And we can jump up here for the key on the left. So essentially, keys on the far top left, and the chest is on the far top right. Now we have a brick. Now those little gaps aren't gaps anymore. So now we can finally finish off the Castle of Illusions. But first we do have the other crater as well. Oh, you can actually see the castle in the background there as well, that's kind of cute. In the previous screen on the far right, in that corner. It's fun that they allow you to actually see the levels from other angles. It's a really kind of a cool way of showing that we are in a very small area. But we've already seen getting down here, and it's quite an annoying journey to do so. So let's just get straight to the bottom, and get past where the flame was. And of course it wasn't on the left, because the left is just where, this is me confirming it, but yeah, the left is just where we found the silver stuff. So instead let's go right. Take out the froggy. This is kind of an interesting room because something you might have noticed about some of these later rooms is they're starting to wrap. This is one such room, which is something it took me a while to realise wandering around it. Because of course we can't really do anything here, we need to throw an enemy through these blocks. But we have nothing to throw, we can't grab the snake, it's too big. In here leads to this little transitional room. But it's just got a pushy guy and a pulley guy. And a gap. So let's actually see what's beyond the pulley guy, shall we? It's just a coin, but it's nice to have. It's nice to know it's there anyway. So let's go in this second door, shall we? And this is where I kind of like took a little bit to realise this is actually the same room we were in before. Those blocks are just further up, we're just below those blocks now instead of above them, where we were before. Because before they were in the bottom right corner, so it can be kind of hard to realise that they are the same exact blocks. Because they're in such a different position. Relative to you anyway. But let's clear them out, shall we? Well, some of them. We need to clear them all though, otherwise we won't be able to use that. And this also leads to quite a tricky throw as well, if you don't know what the knack is. But first we need to clear this. Because of course, the more shortcuts we open, the easier this will be to navigate later on. Can't jump that way though. So of course we need to go back the long way. It's a pretty cool little puzzle though, it's a fun little room this. Because it's simple, but it's just a little bit mind-bending. But here's the tricky throw. We need to get this guy to go down. Down that little shaft. That's not going to do it though. Yeah, we can't follow him through there as well, so that's not going to be do us any good. So let's head back to the previous door. Now we can actually open this little thing here. And at least get to the key. And open that shortcut too. So now this whole room is fully kind of connected. Because we need to get the throwy guy up there now. But we can't use the doors, so that's why we need to open all these little passages. Because we need to get the little throwy guy to a position where we can actually throw him. We can't do that from here, so let's go this way again. It's actually quite a tricksy little puzzle because it requires you to think in multiple dimensions, and that's always quite interesting. It's not quite like thinking with portals, but yeah, here's a tricky jump. We actually have to hold the up button while throwing, and it just arcs it enough and bounce down, otherwise it won't work. And that's kind of tricky to work out though, because you might be expecting, well, can't just throw up because there's nowhere to throw, but that's just how it affects the arc. But now we've cleared all the throwy blocks, now we just need to burn our way through there. And we know what the snake does if we leave it alone. Thank you, snake. Let's get up there now. Just in time. And we have our red chest. And we have some kind of, I believe, sapphire. But the fact that the treasures don't actually tell you what they're actually called just kind of leaves you to guess what they actually are based on what they look like. So now we can actually return to Castle of Illusions and get the final blue chest here. The final chest here, which is the blue one. So we've already done the climb. We don't need to do the climb again, but this is the first of the rooms we couldn't do anything in before, apart from opening the green chest. But now we've got that brick. And so now this is no longer a gap. There's actually a brick here now. This leads us to this interesting little room. And a bit of a mistake I make here. Try not to let these guys get buried in the blocks. It can be hard to get them back out again. Because if there's not enough room, Wario will just kind of be bouncing just until the physics just kind of makes it work. It's a bit weird. So you just have to get just the right kind of angle, otherwise it's going to be weird and tricky. But as usual, break as many blocks as we can, because of course it opens up the room, as we learned earlier. But I need to get him back as well, so because I can't reach him from there. So this isn't going to work. We don't quite go high enough there. But there was another room that was almost identical to the one we used to get here. Because we can't get to these owls from here, there's just no way to make that jump. So let's head back, shall we? Once we've remembered to switch the blocks. And get to the final room that we couldn't really do anything in except for pushing the switch earlier. I quite like how this level kind of intertwines itself. It's quite interesting how the blue chest kind of intertwines into a couple of the other chest rooms. It's a fun little idea. But of course this was the brick. And here we have the owls. Now we can explore with the owl. The key's there. We just need to figure out how to get up there. And this takes me way too long. But yeah, we can't do anything to break the blocks while hanging from the owl. There's no way to attack them from down here. And there's no way to get through there either with the owl. And you can't force your way through those spiky things either. So let's see if we can work out what we do need to do. Because we do have a passage I kind of didn't notice for a little bit. It's a very obvious passage if you're not a complete idiot. But I'm a complete idiot. So it takes me a while to realise. Yeah, even then I was kind of duping the owl by accident, trying to get to the key by brute forcing it, and it's just silly and it's not working, and I'm just being a complete moron here. But here we go, here's where I figure it out. We actually have to go this way, where we threw those blocks. Look, those purple blocks. Because now we can go up here with the owl. And explore this little maze here from here, which is much more useful. Now this is actually quite a tricky little path. It's incredibly difficult. So let's go through the other path first and see what's that way, because often the easier path is often the one that has the chest. Or the one that has the key rather than not the chest. I do really love the music here though. But here we go, here's where the key is. So there's breakthrough there. And open a little shortcut as well to the maze from here, which isn't quite nice. Because now we can just use the owl to go straight up here and be in that maze again. Because there was that really tight passage I wanted to see. Because I was assuming that the chest was up there. So let's head through there, shall we? And this took me a while to get to this little corner as well, because it is a very difficult little navigating maze thing. So here's the successful one. And you'll see another reason I'm a complete idiot. Is we've actually seen the chest before and it's not here. The chest is actually really easy to get to now. It's just out here. I'm a complete idiot. It's just in this... Remember, this room was teasing us with the chest earlier. And now we can just get to it. Now we have the key for it. That was very embarrassing for me. It took me so long to, like, get to that maze, and it was complete nonsense. It was just a golf key for a golf coin. But now we have this other interesting little sort of spray bottle. Let's see what that does, shall we? It seems it's quite corrosive. But now we can access new areas in the West Crater, Steep Canyon, and the Cave of Flames. So join me next time when we explore those areas and see where we can go now we've got that acid sprayer. Goodbye. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and also join my Patreon. Thank you for James Rossi for already doing so at the Bio Enchanted Legs tier.